Hi everyone, I'm Kathy. First of all, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to all of you. In my today's tutorial, I'm gonna show you how to make this beautiful earring. It's not difficult to make, and as you can see, it's very gorgeous. And yeah, let me show you first what kind of materials you need for this beautiful earring. First of all, you need an 8mm pearl. This is a cream white. Then you need 11 delicas. This is Miyuki Delica Seedbeads 11 Seedbead silver line gold. Then I use Miyuki 15. It's this one is crystal AB. Then of course you need Swarovski. This is Astral Pink. This is 4mm Swarovski. And then you need also some 8mm 80 Seedbeads, I mean. This I don't know what kind of gold this is. It's just I'm missing a label here. The only label that I have here is the price I paid for this. But I love the color. And of course, ear hooks. And I also use a fireline. This is 0.12mm. I don't know how many laps it is or something, but it's just 0.12mm. So, and of course your nose pliers, etc. for attach the earhook at the end. For the fireline I use an arm span white, an arm span white I mean, and let's say pick up your materials and then we can start beading. First of all, I'm gonna start with the delicas. We're gonna set up 22. We're gonna start with 22 delicas. So that's already ready. And I'm gonna pick up my 8mm pearl and I'm ready. So first of all, I'm gonna pick up, like I said before, 22. I'm gonna put away my pearl. I don't need it right now. First of all, I'm gonna pick up 22 delicas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'm always going to check. Yes, that's 10. Because one too much or one too less and you're gonna be in trouble afterwards. So 11. If you wanna stay on my heel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and already 2 more. 1, 2. And I'm gonna check again. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 22, and it's correct. I'm gonna pull them until the end of my thread. Like this. Then I'm gonna go through all of the delicas again. So like that. So I'm all the way around, and now I'm gonna knot 2 times. That's 1, and that's number 2, like that. Then I'm gonna go through several delicas to go away from the knot, like that. And then I'm gonna start with my first round. I'm gonna pick up, we're gonna start with a bezel. So I'm gonna pick up 1 delica, I'm gonna skip 1, and I'm go through the next delica. Like that. I'm gonna pick up another delica. I'm coming out from this one. I'm gonna skip 1, and I'm going through the next delica, like that. And so you go all the way around, like that. You pick a delica. You see, I'm coming out of this one, I skip this one, and I'm going through the next one, like that, like that. I pick a delica, I skip the first delica, and I'm going through the next one. And again, pick a delica, I skip 1, and I go through the next one. And be sure that you go through 1 delica and not by 2. Otherwise, at the end of the line, it's not going to fit. It's not going to match if you are completely round. And then you have to start all over again. And pull your thread very tight too. Again, coming out of this one, skip the first delica and going through the next one. So I'm at the end of my line, at the end of my round. I mean, I'm picking up my last delica. I'm gonna skip this one, and I'm going through the next delica, but I also immediately going to step up through the delica of the next round, like that. Like that. Now we're gonna start with the second round, and then you need 11 delicas. You don't have to count, but for me it's a lot easier. That's a tip that Jana gives us too. From reading from Perfectionist, and I must say it's a very good hint. So thank you, Jana, for that. If you watch, that's number 3. That's number 4. Number 6. Number 7. Number 8. Nine. 10. And 11. And my second round is finished too. And again, as with the previous row, I'm gonna step up immediately with the neck, through the next beat, from to the first beat of the previous row. And as you can see, it's starting to curve. So now with the third round, and as the last round with the delicas, you're doing the same thing. You need 11 delicas, and you go all the way around until you're around. So I will say, continue this round, and then and if you finish your round, just step up, and then we're going to start with the second row with the 15 seed beads. So I'm at the end of the third round. So I already have my delica, and I go through the last delica and through the first of the previous round, and give it a good pull. And that is not always easy if you have not much space to work. So I'm gonna put away my delicas because I don't need them anymore. And then I'm gonna pick up my 15 seed beads, my Miyukis, my clear ABs. If you want to use another color, that's not no problem. You can pick up any colors you like. If you want to do red and white, or black and white, or red and black, or black and white, or whatever colors. I mean, use your imagination. So I'm gonna pick my crystal ABs. gonna put them on the side so that my work spot that has already been small is clear to work. So I'm gonna put away my tail. So what I do now is I pick my delica. I have my 15 seed beads, I mean Mickey, just around, and go through the next delica. And the benefit of this round is that you don't need to count this round because it's another seed bead, so another size, another color, so you cannot be mistaken. So now my third one. My fourth one. And what I always do is when my first round with 15 O's is ready, then I put my pearl already in there. Why? Then for me it's easier to work then because I have then a better grip. Because this is not in handy to hold for me. Is that, of course, I cannot speak for you. Then it's for me easier to hold this. Put away my tail. So my last 15 seed bead for this round. So I do similar as with the previous rounds. I'm going in my delica and step up in my 15 and I will do another row of 15 O's. Now I'm gonna pick up my pearl and I'm going to push him in there if he wants, of course. Yeah, that's always, especially with all those threads and wires and stuff like that. Like that. It just popped in, so. And then it's a lot easier to have a better grip, and it's easier than to pull. You have to see for yourself what works for you. So I'm gonna start with the second round of 15 Yukis, and just like with the delicas, you need 11 15 clear rubies, or the color you use for this. I love the earring. It is just good for the holidays, on New Year's Eve. If you're going out, and then you wear these with the glitter and the sparkle from the Swarovski. Your friends are all, especially female friends, and maybe even gays, I don't know, they're gonna notice them, and they're going to ask you, hey, where did you buy them? Where did you get those? And then you can say, I made them myself. It's always fun if you wear some of your own jewels, and that people look at them, even people that you don't know, and that you're getting compliments about it, and maybe you get some new customers, who knows. So I'm almost done at this side. And this is my last. $15 seedbead. So I'm gonna go through the next 15 to be sure it's a little more firm. So now I'm going, hope you can see it good. I'm going through, as you can see, I have here a row of 3 seed beads next to each other. Here's 2, I need 3 again. So I'm always going to, so that's for later on important. But now I'm just going to make up my way through the other side. So I can make my 2 rounds at this side. Like that. And I start with my 2 rows of 15 Miyukis, and then my bezel is ready. So I will say to the same at this side is 2 rows of 15, and then we're going to do a row where you have 3 seed beads next to each other, as you see here, 3, 2, 3. So you go to a seed bead, to a row of seed beads where you have 3 next to each other, and you go to the middle bead, and you're gonna go out to, let's say, that one. So, but finish your bezel here with the 2 rows of 15-0, and then I'm going to show you the next step. So now I finished my 2 rows of 15-0 seed beads. Like I said before, now I'm going to this bead, the middle one, the middle delica. And hope, of course, that my delica is not going to break. And they hold like that. So, like as you see, I'm coming out the middle delica, and now I'm going to start with the next step of, you're still gonna need your 15-0s. So what I'm gonna do now is I pick up 3 15-0 seed beads, and I'm coming out of this little baby here, and I'm going to the next delica like that. Like that. So I have a little pyramid shape, and that you're going to do all the way around. One, 2, 3, and I'm going through the next delica like that. Like that. I'm gonna put away my tail so it's not in my way. Like that. And again 3 15-0 seed beads, and I'm going through the next delica that's in line. And 3 15-0s, and I'm going through the next delica that's in line. We are almost completely round. Again, 3 seed beads, 15 O's. Going to the next delica. Again, 3 seed beads. And we're going to the next delica. As you see, it don't take a lot of time. Let us say a little hour for one earring. If you are a fast beater, maybe even faster. And I go through pick up my last 3 15 O's. There's always a little surge. Like that. I go to my last delica. Give a little pull. Always take care that you're like that. And now for the next step, we are going to the top of the middle 15 O's seed bead. You're gonna step with it, so you go through the delica, and then you go through this 15 O's seed bead and through the upper seed bead. Like that. And now we're gonna start with the 8 O's seed beads. And for the first round, we're gonna pick up 2 8 O's seed beads. And you go through the next top. And you go to the next top of the the next pyramid actually. So through the always from one point top to the next one. So again, you pick up 2 8 O's and you go through the next middle seed bead of the 15 O's. So the middle 15 O. And it's alright that they stand a little open, as you see, because if we're going through all of that again, and for the third one on top, like that, and so you're going all the way around. The toughest part is already over, so don't worry, it's going to be way fast. Like that. Like that. Like that. And now I'm gonna pick up my last 2 from this round, and I'm going to the next the last 15-0. If the seed beads want to stay on my needle, of course. And now I'm going to the last 15-0. If I can find the hole, of course. Yes. And I'm going not only through the 15-0 but also through the first 8-0. Like that. So then we have this already. So now we're gonna put the third 8-0 in between between the two 8-0 that I have already have. So I'm gonna pick up an 8-0. I'm going to the next 8-0, 15-0, and the next 8-0 is in a line like that, like that. Again, you pick up an 8-0, you're going through the next 8-0, 15-0, and 8-0, and so you go all the way around until you are finished. So I will say do the rest, and then we're going to continue to the last step. So I finished the 8-0 round, and I end up in the upper seed bead of the first pyramid of 8-0s that I put on. Now we're gonna start with our Swarovski. I love this color, really. I love this color. It's like a blood oranges color. But now we're gonna pick up our 4mm Swarovski, and we're gonna again from upper bead to upper bead. So I'm going to go through there. And if you have this, that you see it's not really in position, you see here a little wire, no problem, just fixate the Swarovski and put a little, and you see it's all into place, and no wire at all. So we put on 9 Swarovskis. As you can see here, we only put Swarovski on here, not here. So the last 2 we leave open, because we're gonna make here the loop for the ear hook. So from here till here we do Swarovski, and that's 9. So now we pick up our second Swarovski. And go through the next top of the 8-0. And so we are going to go completely around, and not completely until you put all the 9 Swarovskis on there, that. Pick up a Swarovski. Like that. I still here I see a little thread. It's not lying very flat, so I'm gonna reposition like that. And if it's gonna curve a little, but that doesn't matter. It's gonna be pretty straight if you're finished like that. I love it when it's curves. It curves a little because it gives an extra dimension. To the project, in my opinion, of course. Like that. I'm gonna pick up 3 more. And then is our earring almost finished. Like that. Like that. Number 8. Number 8. And now we put our last Swarovski on there. Now it's number 9. Like that. It's almost finished. Now we're going through 8/0, 15/0. And up through the 8/0 to both of the 8/0s until you are on top. Like that. So now we are going to make the loop, and we're going to use 9 15/0 seed beads for it. I'm going to pick my 15/0 clear bead again. I pick up 9. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. And I'm going through that same 8/0 again. And I'm going through the loop several times. To make it nice and firm. Like that. I'm going there at least 3 times, at least. That was 2 times. So I'm going through that again. Like that. So then I'm going to, with my thread and with my needle, away from the loop, and I go through some beads, through some 8/0, through some 11/0s. Just where my needle brings me. Through some delicas. Like that. Like this. Until it is secure enough, like that. Yeah, that is secure enough. So I'm gonna cut off the wire like that. Then I'm going to put on my ear hook. With my suppliers. So I'm gonna open the loop like that. Gonna put on the earring like that. And I'm gonna close the loop as good as possible, like that. And the earring is finished. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I know that it's been a long time, but it was a very busy period for me, and plus in the winter time it's dark pretty fast, and so I have to do it with the artificial light, and it's not always easy to get a nice light, especially for the bling bling. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. See you next time. And if you like it, please subscribe. See you next time. Bye bye.